too. Mrs. Walker here. You weren't expecting to see me, were you? Year 1 and 2 teachers are super busy with being in school as well as preparing all your home learning. So I'm going to help them out for the next few weeks. So you might see me pop up here and there. So we're going to do some maths today together. If you haven't already got your home learning book and your pencil, if you want to just pause the video and go and grab those now. And if you're ready, let's then carry on. So we're going to start to get our brains thinking. I'm going to start with a little bit of money again. I know that you've been doing some money with Mrs. Sutton this week already. Just watch, first of all. You don't need to do any writing just yet. Just watch me. Okay, so what we're going to do today with the money is we are going to make an amount using coins. We're going to use the fewest coins possible. So obviously I could make 72 pence with 72 1p's, but that would be slightly ridiculous. We're going to try and do it using the fewest coins possible. Okay, so let me model this one for you. What I've done along the bottom is I've put all the coins in the order of their value. So from the lowest value coin, the smallest value coin, the 1p, all the way through to the £2 coin, the largest value coin. And actually, if you're ever doing any sort of money problems or questions and you've got to work out a total using the fewest coins, it's a really good idea just to jot down the coins at the bottom. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to start at the largest value coin. Anytime I'm trying to make an amount using the fewest coins, I always start with the largest value coin and think, can I use that? And then work backwards. So I'm making 72 pence, 72p. Can't use a £2 coin because we know that's worth how many pence? 200 pence. £1, 100 pence. That's no use to me. That's too many. 50 pence. 50 pence piece will help me because let's just check. We know what the 72 is. The 7 here is worth 7 tens or 70, and the 2. Whoops. Is worth the 2 ones. Okay, so sorry, going back here. I know I need to make 7 tens, so I'm going to start with the 55 tens. Got 5 tens already. Can't put another 50 pence piece in because that'll be another 5 tens. That'll give me 100. That's too much. I'm going to go to the next coin. 20 piece. 2 tens. 5 and 2 tens give me 7 tens. Yeah, that gives me the 7 tens, the 70 pence. Now I need my 2p. 10p's no use, 5p's no use, 2p. Okay, I've made it. So you can see what I did. I started with the largest value coin and then worked backwards. So I'd like you to do the same, please. If you'd like to get out your home learning book, put number 1, and then can you write this amount? The amount is 49 pence. Well done, 49p, 49 pence. P just stands for pence, doesn't it? Okay, so I want you to pause the video and then write down or draw, it doesn't matter, the coins that you are going to use to make 49 pence. Remember, fewest coins possible. Off you go. Okay, so how did you get on? You didn't need the £2 coin, did you? 200 pence, too much. £1, no, it's 100 pence, too much. 50p, just 1 pence too much, wasn't it? So we're going to have to start with the 20. 20 gives me 2 tens. If I get another 2 tens, that gives me 4 tens, 40. Now I need the 9. The 10 pence isn't going to help me, but I can use the 5 pence. Another 5 isn't going to work. That'll give me 10 too much. We're only trying to make 9 pence here, remember. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 7 pence. Add another 2, 9 pence. Okay, would you like to give yourselves a tick if you've got that right? If you haven't, don't worry. Just pause the video and write these coins down beside the 49 pence. Okay, 2 more to do. Next one, 28 pence. Write that in your home learning book. Draw or write the coins you need to make that using the fewest coins possible. Pause the video and off you go. Okay, so 28 pence. We don't need any pounds, do we? We don't need the hundreds of pence. So we don't need £2, don't need £1, 50 pence, too much. 20 pence, yep. Go, so 20 pence. We wouldn't need another 20 pence, that would get us to 40. We don't need a 10 pence, that would take us to 3 tens, 30. We need a 5p and a 2p and a 1p. Done. Oops, didn't grab one. There we go. 5 plus 2, 7 plus 1 more, 8, 28 pence. Give yourselves a tick or write it down if you didn't get it quite right. And the last one. Now I know Miss Sutton was doing a little bit of pounds and pence with you yesterday. You had to total up some coins. So we've got £2 and 46 pence. And I know Mrs. Sutton's been talking to you about the fact that that could be with £2 and 46 pence. The other thing, so you might find it easier, think about that £2. £2 is how many pence? It's 200. And then we've got the 46 pence. So that's another way of writing it. That might help you with the coins. So pause the video. You know what to do. Off you go. How did you get on? Let's check together. So, we needed our £2 or 200 pence. So we've got £2, the 200 pence. Now we need our 40. Well, our £1 not going to help us with that, is it? Now there's our 50p. That's too much. So we need the 2 20s again. 2 and 2 make 4. So 20 and 20 make 40. And then we've got our 6p. 10's not going to help. 5. And then the 1. Give yourselves a tick if you got that one, or write down the answer if you need to correct it. Okay, so once you've done that, if you want to just put your pencil down for a second, you're not going to need your book again for another 3 or 4 minutes. So this week so far with Mrs. Sutton, you've been doing some new learning. You have been describing turns, and you've already looked at the fact that there are 2 things you have to describe when you're talking about turns. You've got to describe the direction, and you've got to describe the type of turn, how much you're turning. So we're going to practice that again today and tomorrow, because it is new learning, slightly different things each day. But hopefully we'll get better and more confident using the language and also doing the turns. We'll do lots of practical work today. So direction, let's look at that first. Let's just make sure we're really happy with the direction. So yesterday you had a clock that Mrs. Sutton showed you. I've taken off the numbers because one of the things that I genuinely still do now, if I have to work out a turn or which direction, I have to almost think, okay, I'm at the 12. I'm going 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm turning clockwise. Or if I'm starting back here, okay, I want to turn this way. What way is that? I imagine the clock kind of in my head or in front of me. There's the 12, so I'm turning that way. Oh, that's 11, 10, 9, that's going backwards. That's anti-clockwise. So I want you to really think about this image of the clock in your head. So you might even want to do it now with your hands. Point your hands towards 12. Okay, which way do the hands go on the clock? Which way is clockwise? Do it now. Which way did you go? So you're at 12. This way. So we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going clockwise. Keep going all the way around. Okay, so I really want you to think about that. Oh, I can't actually see you. I want to imagine that you're all sitting there in your homes going, okay, 12. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm turning clockwise. So if you go back to the top, so anti-clockwise, close your eyes. Imagine the 12 in front of you. So which way would be anti-clockwise? Which way would be going the wrong way around the clock? 12, 11. Check. 11, we're going this way. 10, 9. So we've got anti-clockwise and we've got clockwise. Hands back at the 12. Go clockwise. 1, 2, 3, which way? 1, 2, 3. Good. Back to the 12. Which way is anti-clockwise? Imagine the 12's there. 11, 10, 9. Okay, fantastic. Let's do a little bit of practicing. So have a look at this. You've got the 2 words that you need up there. Okay, starting here. Now, do you think this is going around the direction of the clock, the way the hands go, so clockwise, or do you think it's going anti-clockwise? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Going around clockwise. Well done. Clockwise. Next one. Okay. So starting at the top, it's going this way. Imagine 12. Which way is that going? There's my 12. 11, 10, 9. It's going anti-clockwise, the opposite way to the hands on the clock. Well done if you got that. Okay, this one. So this one's starting at the bottom, facing down here. And the arrow is going this way. Now imagine the clock numbers again. 12. Going around this way. It's going clockwise. It's going the way of the clock. Fantastic. Clockwise. This is a clockwise turn. And our last one, this one's starting here. And it's going that way. Again, imagine those numbers on the clock. Ooh, there's a random one to help you. So starting here, we are going anti-clockwise. Well done if you got that. Okay, so would you like to get your home learning book out again and grab your pencil? We'll do number 1 together. Oh, let's just pause for the bell. Okay, so let's have a look at the number 1. Put number 1 in your book. So this one starts here and it goes the whole way around this way, back up and back to the top. Now I just want a direction at the minute. So which direction is that going? Imagine the clock and the numbers on the clock. Write it down in your book. Which way do you think that's going? Imagine 12, 1, 2. It's anti-clockwise, isn't it? It's going the wrong way. Okay, this would be the 12 here. That would be 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, it is going anti-clockwise. Well done if you wrote down anti-clockwise. Oops. Had an equal sign in there for some reason, didn't I? Okay, number 2. In fact, actually at this point, if you'd like to pause the video, I would suggest that you get out a pencil when you do each one. So if this was me, number 2, it's starting here and it's going to there. Starting here and it's going to there. I'd actually get a pencil out, even put it on the screen, and then work out which direction it's going in. So pause the video, write down the directions for number 2, number 3, and number 4. How'd you get on? Did you do it with hands or with a pencil? It definitely helps. Actually making the movement makes you think, is it going in the direction of the clock or not? So number 2 started here. That's like where the 9 is, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going in the right way of the clock, way the hands go. So that one is clockwise. Okay, let's go down to down here. Number 3, how did you get on with that one? Ooh, sorry about that. What happened there? I know what happened there. Number 3, how did you get on? Did you do it again with using your pencil or hands or something? So it's starting here and it was going here. So there's the 12 anti-clockwise. And the last one, it was starting here and it went all the way round to there. That went clockwise, the direction of the clock. Okay, give yourselves a tick if you got that right. If not, you might want to pause at this point and do, if there's somebody else at home, see if you do a little bit together, test each other. Okay, let's move on if you're ready to. So the second thing that we described when we're talking about tones, we've talked about direction. We're now talking about the type of tone. Now, again, if you look at my clock, I've added some lines to it. Have a think about why you think I've added those lines. What have I done to this clock? I have split it into equal parts, fractions, splitting a whole into equal parts. And what fraction have I split it into? I have split it into quarters. Fantastic. So if I was going to start here, and if I was going to go through, turn the whole of that quarter, that means I have turned a 1/4 turn. So we're using our knowledge of fractions here, aren't we, with turns? So this is a 1/4 piece of the whole. So if I start at the beginning of this 1/4 piece, and I go to the end, turn to the end of this 1/4 piece, I have turned 1/4. If I go from here and I turn through 1/4, I will now have gone through 2/4. Fantastic. We know 2/4 is also, it's a half turn. You know that. If you say 2/4, we would know what you mean, but we tend to call it a half turn. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see what I'm doing. So I've turned through 1/4, I've turned through 2/4, turned through 3/4. If I carried on, I would then turn through 4/4, or we also call it a full turn. Well done. Okay, so just to remind you, tell me what this is. It's a 1/4 turn. Well done. Tell me what this is. It's a 2/4 turn, but actually we call it a 1/2 turn, but they both mean the same thing. What's this? It's a 3/4 turn. And last but not least, at the bottom, 4/4, or we actually call it a full turn, but they mean the same thing. Now, this is just to remind you that all those pictures I've just shown you were all going clockwise, but we know they can go either way. The other thing is all those pictures I showed you, they all started at the 12 point, at the pointing up, pointing north, pointing at the 12. And actually, we know a 1/2 turn can look like that. It can also look like that. We might start here and go around that way. A 1/4 turn could go from here to here. It's just turning one of those 4 equal parts of the circle, of the turning circle. Okay, so we can go any direction. We can start at any point, So let's do a bit of practicing. Oh, let me move me again. Okay, so you will see in the next few slides that the words, the vocabulary that you need for the rest of this lesson is always going to be here for you. So can you read them out to me? First word says clockwise. Well done. Next one, anti-clockwise, and then 1/4 turn. Well done. Next one, 1/2 turn, which we remember is the same as 2/4 turn. Well done. 3/4 turn, and the last one, full turn, which is the same as going 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Okay, so have a look at this. Oh, I can't find a good place for me to be at the minute. Let me put me back over there. Okay, so I'm going to get you to watch my pencil. So you don't need anything in your hand. I'm going to do a turn, and I want you to tell me the 2 things. I want you to tell me the type of turn, and I want you to tell me the direction. Okay, so I'll do it a couple of times. I'm going to start here, facing this way, and I'm going to very simply go there. What was that? What turn was it? And what direction was it? Let's always do the turn first. It was a 1/4 turn. And what about the direction? Imagine the 12. 1, 2, 3. It was clockwise, wasn't it? So let's use the sentence stem at the bottom. The pencil has moved 1/4 clockwise. Okay, your turn. I'm going to start here. What did I just do? So I'm going to do it 2 more times. First, next time, I want you to think about the type of turn. Then you think about the direction. So type of turn. What was that? Did you get it? And then what about the direction? Imagine you're 12. You got it? See, it was a 1/2 turn, and it was anti-clockwise. Let's put it together in the sentence with the sentence stem. This pencil, the pencil, sorry, has moved a 1/2 turn anti-clockwise. Great. Okay. Let's do one more together. Start in a different place. Let's start here. Okay, so I'm facing this way. So watch. Oh, actually, I'm going to start that again. I'm not in a very good place. Sorry. Let me do that again. Okay, watch that again. So what's the type of turn first? How much am I turning? Get it? Okay, now the direction. So imagine your clock. Think about where your numbers are. Okay, so it was a 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 turn, and the clock, that would have been pointing to 3, 2, 1, 12, and it's going anti-clockwise. So in the sentence, this pencil, the pencil, sorry, has moved 3/4 anti-clockwise. Well done. Okay, so it's going to be time for your home learning book in a second. You're going to do a little bit of independent work, but I'm going to show you what to do first. So you can see there a clock. Well, it's a circle, but imagine it's a clock. That will help you think about the direction. And you can see that there is a black line with an arrow pointing upwards with this one. That's your starting point. And then the red line tells you where the turn stops. Think about red means stop. Okay, so black line, that's your starting point. The arrow tells you it's going this way and it's stopping there. So if I was to ask you what turn it was, think in your head. Quarter turn, well done. And the direction, here's a 12, 11, 10, 9. It's going the opposite way to the hands, isn't it? It's anti-clockwise. So if I was writing in my home learning book, I would be writing this. I'd be writing 1 quarter turn anti-clockwise. Okay, so you understand what you're doing? So I'm going to show you 3 more turns, and I would like you to do the same as I've just done. I would like you to write, please, the turn and the direction. Okay, so I'm going to get you to pause the video and write down the turn and the direction. And then once you've done that, unpause and we'll go through the answers. Off you go. Okay, did you do it? Okay, so hopefully you've got all 3 done, number 1, number 2, and number 3. If you haven't, pause now. If you have, let's go through the answers. So, number 1. Oh, it's been a bit funny here. What's going on? Ah, sorry. There we go. So number 1, we're starting here. And the arrow told us it was going this way, and it stopped at the top. So it was going 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters. And if we think that this is the way of the clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that one was going, check it, 3. It was doing a 3 quarter turn clockwise. Okay, number 2, let's check it. So it started here with the black arrow pointing this way, and the arrow tells us it's going here to there and stopping there. So it was doing a 1 quarter, 2 quarters, a half turn. You know, that's what that's called. And is this the way with the clock? Watch my pencil. Is that the way the clock hands go? Yes, it is. So that one was a half turn clockwise. And number 3, last but not least, this one started at the top. Arrow tells us it went this way. So it went 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 3 quarters. And then is this the way of the clock? Look at my pencil. Is that the way the clock hands go? No, that's 11, 10, 9. That's anti-clockwise, isn't it? The last one was 3 quarter turn, anti-clockwise. Okay, fantastic. I'm actually going to leave those, I think, for today. Whoops. So, well done. A little bit more practicing. My tip to you would be go out and actually practice it yourself. Go and stand up. Okay, go and stand up somewhere. I can't properly stand up because you'll lose sight of me. And imagine yourself and think, right, I'm going to turn 1 quarter clockwise. So I'm going to go from there to there. And the clock, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And actually go and practice some quarter turns. You can stand up and think, right, which way is clockwise? 1, 2, 3, and go and practice that at home. Okay, well done. Thank you for joining us for your home learning today, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.